Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. All right, we got ourselves a crime here. Let me turn this down. Okay, I want to say shout out to Jackie and thank you, Jackie, for bringing this to my attention because this is totally insane. All right, everyone, and welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel's about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationships advice channel. All right, so we're going to get into this crime story here. I would say basically a crime of passion. This is really sad what happened to this woman. Okay, well, to basically sum up, what happened to her is ex-Marine Matthew Terry kills girlfriend Kay Baker. He thought that she was dancing with another man. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm getting a little sick and tired of these dusties, these low life trifling men killing these beautiful women. For what? He kills her because he thought she was dancing with somebody? Yeah, really. Okay. And to the people that's in here, please make sure you hit the like button and also share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. The people that's gonna be watching the replay, stay tuned because I will also have timestamps to help you navigate to different parts. All right, so let me finish reading. Trifling Dusty Matthew Terry, 47, was said to have murdered Kay Baker, 43, in Lithia, Florida. Kay Baker was a math teacher and a mother of two. This trifling Dusty accused his girlfriend of dancing with another man on the evening that they went out to the bar and grill with other couples. And Matthew became very jealous and he killed her. Mm. Well, allegedly. They in court. You know how it goes. You gotta say allegedly. All right, so we're gonna get into this story. And this is really sad. This is really sad. It shouldn't happen. See, this I'm getting a little fed up with this stuff. Boy, big time. All right, so I'm gonna
Donna,
read.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. And
Yes.
that's my co-host right there, the real Jack Newtown. All right, let me just greet the people that's in here real quick before I get into this one. All right, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, one busy mama says you hit the notification. Blessings to you, beautiful. And white love back again. Love you, girl. BG, yeah, we in it on here today. And thank you for the earlier commentary. Oh my gosh, this is so much, so much, so much. All right, and who else do we have up in here? And the people in the bushes, hugs and kisses to you. Thank you for being here. Don't need a man, mod on deck. Hugs and kisses to you. Yeah, it's exactly. Don't need a man. Dancing, cheating, isn't a reason to kill. What's going on? I don't get it. Let me put this little monster back up here again. Little monster. Yeah. There you go. This dusty monster, you piece of crap. You gotta be kidding me. All right, let me go back to the comments. All right. Okay, and White Love says, everybody here, you guys can just call me Claire. Oh, Claire. Okay. Because that's my real name. All right. Gotcha, girl. Gotcha. All right. And all right, so let's get into this topic, okay? Because this is gonna kind of be long. Because the reason why I'm gonna basically show you the court case, okay? And basically the one that I'm gonna show you is her best friend was telling about what happened at night. You're going to see the video, and you're going to see the video because everywhere you go there's cameras everywhere. You can't do anything without cameras, okay? So there was cameras at the bar, and you're going to show everything that was happening at the bar where his mind went crazy thinking that she was dancing with another man. And if you know what, if she was, so what? She doesn't deserve to die, okay? If you don't like it, well then just break up with the woman and move on and find yourself another one. But you couldn't do that because you're a dusty. Okay, you're Dusty, an ex-Marine Dusty. Ex-Marine Matthew Terry kills girlfriend Kay Baker. He thought that she was dancing with another man, you dusty piece of crap. All right, but now I'm going to read this article. But let's get into this article first. Now, this article came across. And again, shout out to you, Jackie. Thank you. Love you, beautiful. All right, so let's get into this article here. Now, this article came out in the Tampa Bay Times. All right, and when did the date of this article come out? Oh, this came out. This was published. Just says May 29th. Okay, so let's get into it. Man charged in Lithia slaying had violent past in Michigan. Now, the reason why I'm reading this because we're getting to hear his ex-girlfriend. This is a girlfriend that he had before he got with Kay Baker. Okay. A former girlfriend says that she tried to warn authorities and others that Matthew Robinson Terry poses a continued threat. When the call came Saturday night, Michelle Rogers was at her home, at her mom's house in Michigan with her two aged sons. She knew the number and she knew something was wrong. She stepped outside in her cell so that her boys wouldn't hear her react. He did what? She started to panic and couldn't breathe. She feared that this was going to happen, but still couldn't believe it. Her former boyfriend, the father of her youngest son, had just been arrested for murder in Tampa area. God dog, here we go. Resume reading. News reports say that he had gotten into an argument with a woman at the Valric bar, then killed her, inflicting severe upper body trauma. He basically tried to cut her head off. Yeah, that's what I was hearing in the court. Basically, tried to cut her head off. Okay, resume. Hillsborough County deputies described the scene as horrific. Yes, it was. I tried to warn her, Rogers said Sunday. I tried to warn everyone, but no one would listen. This didn't have to happen. 5 years earlier, Matthew Robinson Terry, that's the dusty lowlife we're talking about, the ex-Marine, 47, had started fighting with Rogers after getting drunk on St. Patrick's Day. He stabbed her in the neck 7 times in their Lansing, Michigan home. 7 times! This man is a pure. That's all right. You ain't never gonna walk these streets again. Never is. Resume reading. Beat her head against the floor, broke her nose and molar, and bit her face. What kind of monster is this? He bit her face. This is insane. This is insane. I'm still reading. I'll read some more. She said that she still didn't know how. She wiggled away and screamed loud enough for the neighbors to call 911. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. The angels was there with you. The angels was there. She spent all right. She spent 5 days in intensive care. Lawyers got Lawyers got his attempted murder charges dropped to attempted to inflict great bodily harm. I don't get it. He stabbed her in the neck. What else? Oh, well. According to the Michigan Department of Correction Officers, he was sentenced in December 2017 and was discharged from the prison sentence system on December 29, 2021. Rogers said that he served 3 years in prison and one on parole. She begged the parole board not to let him out. He's a very sick individual who should not roam in society, she wrote. Mr. Terry is dangerous and will hurt another person. It's simply a matter of time, and she was right. Except that next time the person might not be lucky as I was. She was right. Rogers was scared that she moved to another state. She was so terrified she had to move to another state. Y'all hear this? You hear this? Okay. A year later, make sure everybody hit the like button and read the description. A year later, Terry was off parole and moved to Florida. Rogers said to be with a woman he had once dated in Michigan. I kept telling her, listen to this, what I'm saying. See, this is what I'm talking about with us ladies. We have to stop dating these jailbirds. She was warned. This is so sad. This shouldn't, oh my gosh, this is so sad. Let me keep reading. I kept telling her, please don't let this happen to you or your kids, said Rogers, 41. But she wouldn't believe me. Hillsborough deputies haven't released the name of the woman found at the murder scene, what we all know is Kay Baker. The home at the address belonged to Hillsborough's teacher. She's a teacher. Rogers said that the woman was friends with Terry years ago. So she was friends with this lowlife Dusty years ago, and then reconnected with him at his 2017 trial. Why are you reconnecting with some guy in trial that did a crime like this? I don't understand this. I really don't get it. Oh my God, women, we have to be careful. You cannot be dating these jailbirds, especially when you have children. These men will kill you. He tried to kill another woman. Why? Let me keep reading. Terry is an
Hold up.
ex-Marine. Let me finish this article real quick, Jack. Terry is an ex-Marine and a software engineer. Roger said he played hockey, coached kids, wrestling, and enjoyed spending time on the water. So y'all hear this, right? Hockey, coach kids, wrestling. See what I'm saying? Two different personalities. See, you got to watch out. Okay, I'm almost done, ladies and gentlemen. When deputies found him just after midnight Saturday, he was hiding in the overgrown bushes of Lithia Pinecrest Road. Hiding in the bushes, huh? Because you killed her. You trifling low life. They took him to Tampa General Hospital to be treated for lacerations he got while fighting his victim. Yeah, she was fighting for her life. He still had not been booked into jail by Sunday afternoon. A day after getting the news, Roger was angry, frustrated, shocked, but not really. She said that she feels awful for the victim. Terrible that her warnings went unheeded. I wish she would have listened to this woman. Should have listened. See? These men, you got to watch out. And men, you got to watch out because you got some psycho women out here too. So it's not just the men, you got some psycho chicks out here too. Resume reading. And relieved that Terry will be behind bars where he can't hurt her or her kids or anyone else. Her head aches from reliving her own trauma, and her heart aches for her son, who hasn't seen his dad since he was an infant. He was supposed to meet him next month. She doesn't know what to tell him. Well, let me tell you something. So she has a child with this ex-marine. I tell you what you could tell him. Just tell him the truth. Just tell the truth exactly. And you know what? Your dad wasn't no good. He was a piece of crap. And you know what? It's the best he did something. He tried to kill me. He tried to kill no one. Just have to be honest. You know, it's best that he's not around because he didn't care about his kid. If he cared about his kid, he wouldn't be doing no crap like this. But he was doing crap like this, so he doesn't care about children. See, these monsters don't care about nobody but themselves. That's what they care about, is themselves. All right, Jack, you have anything to say before I get into the showing this video? Jack. Oh, did I lose Jack?
Hold
Oh,
on, I'm sorry, I was going in and out.
oh no, that's
So,
okay.
so this guy, yeah, I might echo him.
Correct. Go ahead.
I
No, you're
might
not
echo.
echoing.
Okay, cool.
No.
So this guy got out of the big house, right?
Uh huh.
And she was forewarned that this guy has issues.
Yep, in the courthouse. Basically, she was in court. They rekindle. I guess they known each other from before, right?
Oh,
And they
okay.
rekindle in the
Was she the
courthouse.
one? Okay, so she was not the one that put him in jail. It was somebody
No,
else.
no. This is the one who died that you see in the
Okay.
picture. But his ex girlfriend, the father of her last child, he
Uh,
tried to kill her. But she warned the new girlfriend, "Look, this guy's insane. Watch out." But she didn't listen.
well, she set herself for her own death warrant by doing that.
You know, I hate to say it. I
You
hate to
know,
say it. See,
and
ladies
I mean, if
and
you know,
gentlemen,
I can see if she had no knowledge of this situation, nobody didn't tell her. He
correct.
just out of nowhere
She
just
went to court.
slaughtered her.
She went to court with him.
She went to court with the
Yeah,
guy.
that's what's saying basically in the article what I'm reading. Yeah, she went to
What?
court. She's supporting him. And then, oh, and check this out too.
Oh
You know, they
Lord!
got together and she moves this trifling man into her house with her kids.
And he's a software engineer. See there, ladies. Not everyone, not everyone, every guy they say, oh, if he's a dusty bum, then he's gonna kill me. No, sometimes it'd be one of those who are professionals. They'll kill you.
Oh yeah, well, let me tell you, Dusty's come in all shapes, sizes,
Yeah,
nationality, income.
he's a professional Dusty.
Professional.
He is a military Dusty.
Mm-hmm. What Donny Man said, wow, there is a lot of these trifling going on in this story. Yeah, it is. You know, when I got this article, I was like, are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. All right, we're going to get into the trial, okay? So it's going to be a long one. Watch it because it's about like an hour long, a little less than an hour. But I want to watch this trial because I hopefully it doesn't glitch and doesn't act up. We're going to see, cross fingers. But I wanted to see the trial because not the trial, excuse me, not the trial. We're going to see the video footage of when they was at the bar, okay? At the bar when he decided he was oh, you dancing with someone else and everything. Yeah, okay. You know what? And so what if she was? So what? So what? She could dance with whoever she wants to. If
I
you don't
mean,
like it,
it's not your
just
wife.
dump her.
I mean, it's not your wife. Now, I can see if it's his wife, he may get a little upset. That's one thing. But
Mm-hmm.
this is not your wife. I mean, you're not engaged to her yet. Y'all just barely know each other. So, I mean, you know it's not worth doing it. I mean, if you don't like it, you could do two things: either you walk away from the relationship, or run up on the guy and let him know what you about. And
Mm-hmm.
him being a Marine, that wouldn't be that hard.
And I'm curious. I'd like to know how long was it that she known him that she let him in the house. But oh well. All right, everybody, we're gonna watch this trial here. And excuse me if I don't, get to comments. I'll be clicking them up here. I'm not trying to be rude, but thank everybody for being here. Feel free to engage. Make sure you hit that like button and let's get it. All right. So now Video depicts accused murderer arguing with girlfriend at the bar the night before, I guess, before he killed her, okay? And what's also so sad about this, it's going to be the best friend talking. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you never know when's going to be the last time you're going to see somebody. You never know. She didn't know when her best friend was leaving that bar that this son of a was going to kill her. All right, let's get it.
Will be admitted as 53 composite A through D.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would ask for permission to publish.
You may publish.
I'm officially starting with Disc A. Now I'm going to pause the video a second. On the video, there's a timestamp that says 5/8/28/2022, Saturday, 9:59:07 a.m. On the video, there is a series of people seated at the end of that table closest in the picture. There's an individual wearing sort of a peach or orange colored top. Who is that?
That would be me.
There is a person seated directly next to you wearing a sort of greenish colored shirt. Who is that?
Matt.
There is a person. There is a person seated next to who you've described as Matt wearing a blue shirt. Who is that?
My husband, Sean.
There is two other people at that table. There is a person in a red shirt. Who is that?
That would be Kay.
And then there is one other person seated next to her in a dark or black colored shirt. Do you know who that is?
Tara.
And across the table from them is a gentleman in a white hat who at the moment appears to be smoking. Who is that?
I believe it's her husband.
That's Tara's husband?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in peach, Matt is in green, your husband Sean is in blue, Kay's in red, and Tara's in black. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now I paused it for a second, but it appears that Mr. Terry had something up to his face. He has both of his hands up to his face. Do you know what he's doing in that moment?
No, I do not.
Do you know if he's drinking? Do you remember if he's drinking?
Yes, I know he was drinking that night.
Okay. He was drinking during this time?
Yes.
And for a split second there, right at about 9:59:23, Kay Baker slapped or patted a gentleman seated against the wall there with a hat turned backwards. Do you know who that is?
Yes, that is Nick, her neighbor, who also works at the landing.
Ms. Baker has now left the patio area and has gone inside. Is this the time that she's going to the restroom?
Yes.
And almost immediately, the defendant appeared to look at her and then follow her into the restaurant. Is that him going in?
Yes.
She can answer yes or no. So a rule as to.
Was that the defendant who got?
You know that new car feeling? At the
Who got up and followed Ms. Baker in?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to switch videos then for a second. I'm going to move to disc B.
Jackie.
At roughly 10:01 a.m., as according to the timestamp on the video, you're walking away from the table now. Do you remember where you're going?
I'm going to the restroom.
And then is Mr. Terry and Miss Baker already still inside, having gone inside?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to change off of this for a moment. I'm going to move to what is marked as Disc C. Now, having been to the landing, can you tell what we're looking at here from this camera angle?
Yes.
And what are we looking at?
The angle where the bathrooms are here, and then you walk around, and then there's the bar, and then you keep going this way, and then that's the exit to the patio.
All right, and so I know you pointed, but for purposes of the record, there's like some markings on the video, like a time and a date, and a place where it says side dining. Can you use those as reference points to describe where the bathroom is?
Yes, the bathroom is. Do you want me to point?
You can either point or describe it. In
Okay,
words.
so it's by this where the word says side dining.
So basically, in the camera angle, it's the bottom right corner.
Yes.
And the door that would then lead in and out from the patio area, where is that in the video?
The top right corner.
All right, so top right corner is where you come in and out of the patio.
Correct.
Now there's a person walking past the bar and now turning in a red shirt. Do you see that person?
Yes.
Is this Miss Baker going to the restroom?
Yes, it is.
There's now another person coming, walking past the bar, turning and heading towards the bathroom. Is that the defendant?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to let it play for a minute or two.
Free unlimited tax every month. All right, I'm stopping it at 10:01:18. There is a person coming out of the bathroom in that area where it says side dining in a red t-shirt. Who is that?
That is Kay.
And now at 10:01:20, there's a person walking along the bar from that top area in an orange or peach colored top. Who is that?
That is me.
Now, before I play the video, I want to ask you a question about that night. Somewhere during the course of the evening, did the defendant ever accuse his girlfriend of sort of dancing with some other person?
Yes, he did.
Did you physically hear the defendant make that accusation?
Yes, I did.
The portion of the video we're about to watch, is that the only portion that in any way relates to any sort of accusation of dancing with another man?
Yes, it does.
And I know it's a little hard to see, but trailing behind you on the video, there's a guy coming in sort of a white shirt, like a white baseball jersey. You watched this video, right?
Yes, I have.
Do you know who that is?
No, I do not.
Is that any person that you've ever met?
No.
Is that any person that was there with you at the landing that night?
No.
Is that any person that you saw interacting with Kay Baker other than whatever we're about to see in the next few seconds of this video?
No.
This is somebody unknown to both you and your friend, Miss Baker.
Correct.
Ten 01:30. You burned about 10 seconds.
Can you describe what is happening in that moment between you and Miss Baker?
We are hugging after we did a little dance, just excited for the evening out. And before that, a gentleman had walked by, and Kay turned for half a second and put her hands up.
Okay. Standing there, did you think Kay was dancing with that guy?
No, not at all.
Did that man like come up and dance any more with Kay than we see on that video?
No, he just passed by.
Relevance to anything that you think you saw, the jury can certainly make their determination from the video.
I'll ask it a different way. Ma'am, is there anything about this video to suggest that it's somehow been altered, that there's some extended period of dancing that we're not seeing?
No.
I'm going to back up 1 second to right in the middle of that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to pause for a minute. Hopefully y'all can see this clear. So this guy just passed by pumping his arm like, hey, hey. And this psycho right here with the receding hair in the back, you see him out here coming out here? He's crazy. And he thought that they was dancing. All the guy was doing was just passing by. Just, hey, hey, and he kept going. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. I mean, he didn't do anything to the woman. And she didn't do it to... This is insane. This is really insane. Okay, I'm going to resume. I'm sorry there. I'm trying not to pause, but sometimes I might have to pause to give my thoughts on this, because this is a bunch of BS. I wish you would have listened to that lady. Why you didn't listen? Thank God he didn't kill your kids. Because these low lives, these piece of crap of men like this, I'm telling you, they'll take your kids too. I did a story. The man came back. He was going to kill her and the kids. He had 3 jugs of gasoline. He was going to set the whole darn house on fire with her and the kids in it. Look back at my past videos. You'll see it. And then had the nerves, after he killed her, he makes a video stating why he killed her. Like it was nothing. Insane. Insane. Okay, resume. Let's get back to it.
Right at 10:01:24, there's a person coming out of the bathroom at the bottom right-hand corner in a green shirt. You see that person?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
That is Matthew Terry.
And so I'll play the video again from that second. Right there at 10:01:33 or 32, did you see a person looking back at both you and Miss Baker?
No, I did not at the time. I do now in the video, though.
But do you recognize who that person is in the video?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That is Matthew Terry.
All right, and I'll play a few minutes. Ma'am, you and Miss Baker appear to be talking. Do you remember having a conversation with Miss Baker during this time?
Yes, I do.
Was she expressing any desire to dance with some other man or date some other guy or break up with Mr. Terry or anything like that?
No.
There's a gentleman at about 10:02:50 that came out of the bathroom wearing a jersey that's labeled Pedroia. Is that the same gentleman that danced past you earlier?
From the video I've seen now, I believe so, but I don't remember at the time because I wasn't paying attention.
Now at about 10:03:25, is that you going to the restroom?
Yes, it is.
And where is Miss Baker walking towards?
She's walking towards the patio.
So I'm going to swap back to disc B. And I'm going to jump forward just a little bit here. It's 10:01:20. You have left already and gone inside. Is that correct?
Correct.
Ten 10:01:42. There's a person coming out from a door and heading towards the table. Do you recognize that person?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
Matthew Terry.
Ten 10:02:05. There are two gentlemen standing at the bar area. Is that your husband and Mr. Terry?
Yes, it is.
There's a gentleman who's just walked up back from the table and is going to the door, looking in for a split second, and then turning back around. Is that Mr. Terry?
Yes, it is.
Ma'am, since we originally saw the video, there's a person at the end of the table, across from your husband. Do you know who that person is?
I believe that's Tara's son.
And also around this time, 10:03:35, somebody has come out from inside of the business and is walking towards the camera's direction and is wearing a red shirt. Who's that?
Kay Baker.
Someone stuck their leg out and then Miss Baker stopped and turned to that person. Is that Nicholas Calicochi?
Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think right here was probably the time that he was saying, I'm going to kill this woman. I'm going to kill this woman. I bet you that's what was going through his mind right now when he was sitting at that bench, when he was looking over at her, talking and socializing. He was plotting to kill her that night. He said, I'm going to kill her. Ladies, y'all have to be careful with these trifling men. If a man has a record who's been in and out of jail, he has a temper, hurting women, anger management and stuff, just stay clear from him. You don't need him. Let him find himself another convict, one convict with another convict. That's the kind of relationship he needs to be in, okay? Just stay away from him. Okay, resume. Let's go back.
Ma'am, 10:04:43. There's a gentleman seated at the table. He's got his arms crossed across his chest. Is that the defendant?
Yes, it is.
How much literature and medical?
Ten oh five 45. There's someone coming to repeat their talk. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
Now, before you sit down, I want to ask you, what do you remember happening at this moment when you get back to the table in regards to the defendant?
When I sat
What
down,
he was talking about?
no, I mean, I knew that there was a gentleman that passed us, but explained that she wasn't dancing with him, that it was just a mere passing.
And so did you specifically tell the defendant that Kay Baker was not dancing with the other guy?
Correct.
How did the defendant react or respond to that?
He was very insistent that she did, and that I remember him saying something very strange along the lines of, I want to protect my queen and my kingdom. I was telling him he was being jealous and just to stop.
And when you told him that he was being jealous,
This monster said, I want to protect my queen and the kingdom. Yep, he's a sicko. Yeah, you want to protect the kingdom because you were staying at her house, right? If I'm correct, sir, you moved into her place? Mm-hmm. You probably didn't want to lose your gravy train. Yep, probably was that. Mm-mm-mm. I wish you would have listened to the ex-girlfriend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we resume. Let's get it.
did he let it go? How did he act?
After over what happened, he was pretty insistent for a while, and then he seemed to let it go at the moment.
Okay, so you describe it in a couple short sentences. He asked you who she was dancing with. You say she wasn't. You tell him you say something about him protecting his queen and his stop being jealous. But is this more of a back and forth?
For the most part, I am getting defensive of Kay as my friend and accusing him of being jealous. And
That's the question I was wondering too. 603, and welcome to Donna Just Being Real. Nothing worse than a jealous man. If he was worried, why didn't he address the man? Good question. Why he didn't address the man? Because he's a punk. He's a dusty, low-life, trifling man. That's why, because he's a punk. Resume.
he just wants to know who she's dancing with. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of the video now. Ten 06:08 into 09, Mr. Terry's leaning forward, and now you turn your attention to him. And then at 10:06:15, you turn your head. Tell us what's happening.
That was the point where he asked me who was Kay dancing with.
And right about 10:06:21, you sort of pump your fist for a second. What are you doing in that moment?
I showed him what Kay was. I'm a little dance with me.
he's telling you no, she didn't.
Correct.
When her best friend was trying to tell him and explain to him, his mind was already done. He was going to kill her. He already had it done in his mind. It was just talking to an empty space. Just talk to empty space because this monster. Look at him. His feet can't even touch the floor. This little midget ass. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me. No offense. All right, let's resume.
Hunger robs children of their child.
Ten 0907, Mr. Terry just pushed in a chair and he's grabbing something off the table. Do you remember there coming a moment where he left the table temporarily?
Yes, I do.
And is he gone for a few minutes and at some point later both he and Miss Baker come back?
Yes.
Ten 0920, is that Miss Baker with her arm around Mr. Terry?
Yes, it is. Yes.
When he walked over there, he just went to be nosy. He was being territorial, but he already had his mind. He's going to kill her. His blood was boiling. I know I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again. Do not mess with these type of men who are jailbirds. Just stay away from them. They go to support groups to deal with other jailbirds. Let them find love there. She's a school teacher, elementary school teacher with 2 kids. She did not need to be dating this loser, this piece of crap, and bring him into her home around her kids. Now she's dead, and thank God the children are alive. Because these type of monsters, as I said, and I repeat again, they will take everybody down. Everybody, because they don't care about nobody but themselves. These narcissists, these sociopaths, these psychopaths, they all dangerous. Resume.
10-10-24. Is that Ms. Baker again with her arm around Mr. Terry?
Yes, it is.
Is that now her rubbing his back and shoulders?
Yes.
Is that Mr. Terry at 10-11-11 whispering into the ear of Kay Baker?
Yes, it is.
Ten, 11:35. Ms. Baker and Mr. Terry have stopped talking face to face. They're not coming back to the table. Do you remember this moment when they come back to the table?
Yes, I do.
Tell us what happened.
And when he returned, he said, just own up to it.
Mr. Terry said, just own up to it.
Yes.
Who did that comment appear directed at?
Okay.
So he was telling Kay Baker to just own up to it and ensued following just own up to it.
Can you
What,
repeat that question?
how did the conversation unfold from there?
She basically said, how can I own up to something that didn't happen?
And at that point, did you realize that Mr. Terry was still accusing Kay Baker of dancing with someone else?
Yes, I did.
Did you attempt to again explain to Mr. Terry that Kay Baker was not dancing with another man?
Correct.
Is that what we're about to see?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, at 10-12-06, you do this motion with your hands where you sort of cross them. What do you remember talking about in this moment?
Basically that I was explaining that the man had just passed by us at that time.
All right, so you're still talking at this point about the accusation.
Correct.
Exactly, BG. If someone wants to cheat or leave, just let them. He's just evil. This is Satan. Mommy and Daddy and laid down and had Satan Jr. And this is him, Matthew Terry. Okay, what did 603 said? Ladies and gentlemen, no man would hit his woman unless he enjoys the power of control. He can't fight. The guy might get his rear end, and women a safe target. Oh, exactly. Well said. And here's my co-host. All right. Hit the like. Yes, everybody, please hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. All right. BG says, better off without them. Let them go. Exactly. This man sat there. He was and the best friend has to explain to him. He wasn't even trying to hear it. He was already gone. He was gonna kill her. You monster. All right, let's resume.
10:12:36. You're again doing this sort of fist pumping motion. What's happening then?
I'm just explaining how when we got together, we were doing a little dance, and that he came by and did it along with us. As he passed by, I don't believe he even stopped.
All right, so these seconds continue to unfold. This is all still that same conversation about the accusation?
Correct.
And how would you describe Mr. Terry's demeanor during the course of this conversation?
He was very frustrated and insistent that it did happen.
Taxes are always a sore. I really don't know.
I bet you at this moment, she probably was scared. She probably knew, she felt the vibes. Because when you're in a relationship with someone, you two can kind of pick up on each other's energy. And she probably felt so uncomfortable right now because she knew his blood was boiling. She knew something was going to happen. I don't know if she knew she was going to die, but she felt something was going to happen because he probably was looking at her and giving her that look. His eyes was black and gone. Okay, let's resume.
Ten 13:47. You and Ms. Baker appear to be talking. Are you still talking about this argument or discussion about this accusation?
Yes, we were.
Ten 14:08. Ms. Baker appeared to put her hands up and walk away. Was that kind of the end of the conversation for the moment?
For the moment, yes.
All right. And so for the rest of the evening, does the accusation, at least as far as at the landing,
When she threw her hands up and walked away, ooh, I know he was furious. I wish he would have listened to the ex-girlfriend. Okay, resume.
does the accusation of dancing with another man come up again?
Not at that time.
All right. So I'm going to jump to the final disc. Disc D. All right, it's now 11:37:28 a.m. according to the timestamp. Are you, your husband, Ms. Baker, and the defendant the only people left at the landing still?
Yes.
There's a variety of stuff on the table. Is that like, it looks like maybe a pizza carton or whatever? Is that like food that you all have already eaten?
Yes.
So I'm going to jump ahead. All right, it's now 11:37:58 a.m. on the timestamp on the video.
Is that Miss Baker grabbing her purse?
Yes, it is.
I know I keep pausing, but I have to do commentary on it. This is really sad right now. Because as she grabs her purse, she's walking away with this man that's supposed to love, protect, and provide for her. But he does nothing of the sort. He drives off and he's going to kill her. And her best friend with her husband don't realize this is the last time you ever going to see her again. And they don't have no clue that this jealous monster, this dusty, trifling lowlife, is going to kill her. This is so sad. They don't realize. And she doesn't realize where she's getting ready to head to. She knows she's going to go through something, but I don't know if she knows she's going to die. This is so sad. Okay, resume.
Is that she seems to be talking to someone? Is she talking to Nicholas Calico?
I believe she's saying goodbye.
You appear to be on your phone. Do you remember what you were doing around this time?
I was ordering an Uber home.
I struggled for the kitchen. Stayed weak.
Is 11:39:01 or 02? Is that Mr. Terry still raising a drink to his mouth?
Yes.
(11:39:39). Is this Miss Baker and Mr. Terry leaving the landing?
Yes.
At this moment, when they're leaving, has the conversation about the accusation faded from memory and no longer a concern, or is there like still an argument about it going on at this time?
No, it seemed to be dropped.
Okay.
Nope, she thought it was dropped, but it wasn't.
11:39:46. Just beneath the TV, you can see a pair of headlights right about here-ish, if you can see my cursor. Do you know whose car that is? Once Mr. Baker and Mr. Terry leave the landing, do they ever come back?
No.
Do you and your husband remain there for a while waiting for your Uber to come pick you up?
Yes, we do.
All right, I'm going to pause the video a second. At some point, while you were sitting at the landing, waiting for your Uber to come pick you up, did you receive a phone call?
Yes, I did.
Who called you?
Kay did.
And do you remember about what time that is?
I just know it was 11:40 something. I can't remember exactly.
Okay. So it's somewhere still within like 10 minutes of this moment on video we're watching.
Correct.
Miss Baker calls you, and can you tell where they are from the sounds in the background?
It sounds like they're in the car.
So they're in the car, and what is Miss Baker calling you about?
She's calling me because Matt is accusing her again of dancing with that guy.
And can you tell if Mr. Terry is anywhere in the vicinity of this phone call as it's being made?
Yes, I believe I was on speaker because he could hear me. I was telling him to stop. You're just being jealous. You need to just drop it.
All right. And so this phone call is somewhere post 11:40. Do you believe you're still at the landing when this phone call happens?
I do now that I see the video.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump ahead to about 11:48. I'm going to start at 11:48:18. On the table, there is a bright light. Is that your phone?
Yes, it is.
And it appears to be lit up at the moment. It went dark. When your phone rings, does the screen light up?
Yes, it does.
And if a phone ends or a phone call ends, does the screen turn off?
Usually, yes.
All right. At 11:48:42, your screen lit up again. And now you look at your wrist, and your wrist appears to light up. What is that?
My Apple Watch. It's
Does your
connected to
Apple
my
Watch
phone.
notify you when you're getting a phone call?
Yes, it does.
Is this you picking up the phone and putting it to your ear to have a phone call?
Yes, it is.
Is this you having the phone call with Kay Baker where she tells you that Matthew Terry is still accusing her of dancing with another man?
Yes, it is.
And that phone call appears to have started at the tail end of 11:48.
She didn't know that this is going to be the last time she's going to speak to her best friend.
11:49:51. Is that you ending the phone call and putting the phone back down?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that that phone call, to the best of your recollection, lasted about a minute?
Yes.
During that minute, are you positive? Are you 100% certain that you recall Kay Baker calling you because Matthew Terry was still accusing her of dancing with another man?
Yes, I am.
And do you recall having to again tell the defendant he was being jealous and to stop it?
Yes.
And do you recall hearing him acknowledge you when you told him he was being jealous and to stop it?
Yes.
Somewhere shortly after this phone call, did you receive a text message from Miss Baker?
I did.
And do you remember what that text message was about generally?
Yes, I do.
Okay. John, if I can approach. This is States 54. I should mark these.
Just look at this trifling lowlife. If you notice his expression in court, acting like he don't understand what's going on, like he's so Mr. Innocent. He probably has split personality. Just look at him. Like he don't understand. He's so clueless in here. You knew what you was doing. You knew what happened. And you killed this woman. And you tried to kill the other woman too. You piece of crap. Resume. Okay. What did Amy D? Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. He's arrogant. Yep. He has that look, right? Doesn't he, Amy? He has that look. Dangerous. This is a dangerous man. Why, and I'm going to say it again, why did you deal with this man? Why would you support some creep like this that was going to court for trying to kill his baby's mother? Why did you get with him? Okay, resume. And everybody, make sure you hit the like and feel free to engage. And blessings to everybody that's in the bushes. I appreciate y'all being here. Amy D says, yes, he does. Thank you for the warm welcome. You are so welcome. Let's get it.
A and B. Channel 54A and B to clearly and accurately depict both the call log from your phone as well as the text message you received from Kay Baker. B.
Objection.
Just to jump forth, I'm going to move to 1156. We'll pick up here about 11:55:25. Five 42. It looks like you're looking at your phone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember what you were doing at this moment?
Good about meats.
Probably checking to see if the Uber was on its way.
So you've not yet received this text message.
I don't believe so. I think it was a little after.
There was a period of time there where you were using your thumbs to do something with the phone, and then you stopped and made a comment to your husband and were talking. Do you remember if that's around the time you received a text message from Kay?
Yes,
When you received that text message, did you take the time to respond to her?
I did.
When you hold your cell phone, are you the kind of person who like hunts and pecks with their index finger, or do you type with your thumbs?
I type with my thumbs.
Your Honor, I'd ask for permission to publish State's Exhibit number 54. This is State's Exhibit 54B. Is this a photo of your phone depicting the call log from Kay Baker at 11:48 that lasted approximately 1 minute?
Yes.
State's 54A. Is this the conversation you had Kay Baker at 11:56?
Yes, it is.
So for anyone who doesn't know how text messaging works in the modern era, if any such person exists, on the left, there's a box in sort of gray. Whose text message is that?
Case.
And then on the right, there's boxes in green. Whose text messages are those?
Mine.
Okay. And so if you would, could you read the gray box that you're attributing to the text message from Kay Baker?
It says, LOL. Sorry for that. So dumb. All good now.
And I guess that's a little smiley face.
Yes.
And then the next text message that you send back is what?
Tell Matt to stop being stupid or I'm going to punch him in the balls.
Did you mean that literally? Are you literally going to punch somebody in the balls?
No.
Why were you saying that?
I really wanted him to stop being jealous and to drop it and stop the fight.
Is this the last conversation you ever had with Kay Baker?
Yes, it is.
The next morning, did you wake up to news from either the actual news, like on TV, or from other people who were text messaging you or whatever the case may be?
Yes, I did.
And did you have reason to suspect that something might have happened to Miss Baker?
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to put it back up, but there's a text message there at about 9:32 in the morning asking Miss Baker to call you or text you. Is that because you were already trying to figure out where she was and if she was a...
Yes.
At some point, did law enforcement reach out to you and ask to talk with you?
Yes, they did.
Did they meet with you and your husband?
Yes, at my house.
Did you provide them information regarding what had happened at the landing bar the night before, as far as going to the bathroom, crossing paths, the other guy, dancing, all of those sorts of things?
Yes, I did.
Are you aware of any moment that is not on video that we've already seen where Kay Baker is dancing with another guy?
No.
Was there any portion of the conversation the defendant suggested there was some other moment in time where his girlfriend was being unfaithful and dancing with another guy?
No.
That's it.
That's it.
Those 5 seconds.
Correct.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, Ms. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
I know she was your best friend, so I'm going to try to keep this brief. But that night, there was not one moment where Matthew Terry screamed at Kay about this so-called dancing incident, was there?
No.
He didn't push her, right?
No.
Didn't slap her?
No.
Didn't kick her?
No.
Didn't punch her?
No.
Didn't do anything that caused you any concern when they were leaving that something physical might occur?
No.
In fact, on the way home, when you get the call from Kay, you tell him, cut it out, and you hear him in the back go, okay, right?
Correct.
You don't hear him screaming at her?
No.
You don't hear him cursing at her?
No.
He's not cursing at you, saying, Kelly, stay out of this. This is none of your business.
No.
He just says, okay.
Correct.
And then when you get the message from Kay, the last thing is that it's all good now, right?
Correct.
And you're close enough with them that you say, tell him to stop or I'm going to kick him in the balls, right?
Correct.
No reason to think anything would get physical, right?
No.
Could I just have a moment?
Yes.
Just look at him. He really acting like he's clueless. Like, what's going on? Like he's so innocent. This is insane. You have to watch out for these characters. You really do. I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it. She was warned. She was warned. Why would you support him? Why? I just don't. Now you're gone and your kids don't have their mother. For what? This piece of crap? He got jealous because he thought she was dancing with someone? All right, I understand. Men is very territorial. You don't like stuff like that. You don't want your woman with some other man. I understand. But if you can't handle it, just leave. Break up with her. Find yourself another woman that won't. But she wasn't even doing that. I guess you was scared you was going to lose your gravy train, right, sir? That's what it probably was. Resume.
There was that end moment there, and we got to watch by 11:30. Terry took a drink, and he hugged your husband goodbye, and he's having a conversation with you and your husband. Describe his level of intoxication at that point.
He was intoxicated. I could tell by his his eyes and the way he was slurring his words.
All right. You could hear him slurring words.
Yes.
You could see, what about his eyes?
They just looked glossy and a little closed.
All right. And again, I'm not suggesting you're any kind of expert, but in just your everyday experience of dealing with people who've ever been intoxicated, did you believe the defendant was intoxicated at that point?
Relevance at the scope beyond your expertise.
I'll allow her to offer her lay opinion as to beyond the scope. I'll allow you to cross.
I do, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cross.
Just to be fair, you had been drinking that night too. You had actually been drinking before you even got to the landings, right?
Correct.
And so had Kay, right?
Correct.
And Kay was intoxicated too, right?
At the beginning, yes.
Okay. So the whole group was drinking, not just Mr. Terry, right?
Correct.
Thank you. Nothing further.
And you redirect.
And Kay left. Did you think that Kay was as intoxicated as the defendant?
No, I did not.
Thank you, ma'am.
Um, 603 says, I'm enjoying watching the witness stare that crap down from the stand. Oh, I just want to let y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. You know, this is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This should have never happened. And you know, excuse me to anybody who's new here and stuff. I would never want to shame the victim and stuff because it's a sad thing that would happen to the victim. But we have to call it like it is. She was warned. I don't know if anybody came in later, but I read that article. And basically, she was warned. She went to the courts and to support him, basically. And to support this guy that's a monster. And next thing you know, she gets in a relationship with him. And she brings him to her home with her kids. Are you flipping kidding me? Ladies, we have to do better. You cannot be dealing with these jailbirds. You know, this woman is beautiful. She's absolutely a doll. And he ended your life, school teacher. And just think about the kids. The kids, they probably so sad right now because they miss her like crazy. You know how those kids are in elementary school. We was elementary school. We love our teachers. And then to hear something horrific like this, and the kids, they probably have to go through therapy themselves to try to understand what's going on. What do you mean our teacher was killed? What do you mean this monster slashed her in the throat? What do you mean? It doesn't make sense. He doesn't care. Why? Oh boy, it's just so sad. You know, this shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have. You know. And her best friend sitting with her at the party, all going out couples night, having a couple of cocktails, something to eat, enjoy yourself, you know, just have a good time. You know, couples do that. Go couples night, having a good time. And this monster, this beast right here, he decides he wants to go into some sort of rage. He gets all jealous because a guy passes by. They wasn't even dancing. All he did was pass by, pump his arms. Thinking about, what about him? What about him? He's probably like to keep seeing this video of him pumping his arms. Like, oh my gosh, I can't go nowhere and pump my arms because next thing you know, somebody's going to get killed because of it. Your kids don't have a mama. Look at this monster. Look at him. Piece of crap, you low-life junk. Oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end this live stream and everything. And thank you for being here. Thank you for the people that was engaged, and thank you for the people in the bushes for being respectful and stuff. If you can, hit the like. And let me see if I can read the votes. I didn't see much people vote. I was actually on the vote. Well, I have 109 people here. I only got like 16 votes that I see, unless I'm seeing it wrong. But the question is, do you feel at this time that he was already planned to kill her? 56% says 16 votes. 56% says, of course, Donna. 12% said no way. And 31% says not sure. All right, so I'm going to cover this again. I don't know exactly what I'm going to cover. Maybe it will be Wednesday, not sure. It'll probably be, I might be able to do it in the daytime. We'll see. I might do it, stream it live or whatever in the court. But tomorrow I'm going to probably be covering in the nighttime Surat Darrell Brooks, what he did when he took that car and ran through the parade. But thank you everybody for being here. And what I want to say is, ladies and gentlemen, just be careful out here. Date smart, not thirsty. Be careful the type of people that you date, the people that you want to bring into your life. Okay, and especially when you want to bring around your children. And this goes for the men too and women. Be careful who you want to bring around your children. Be careful who you date. All right. And somebody has this social criminal record, you don't need to be wasting your time with them. Just let them go. Just move on. You can find yourself somebody else. See, that's the problem is so many people is dating thirsty. And this is what happens. You're going to end up being dead. Okay. Or hurt really bad. Adios. Isabella, hugs and kisses to you. Oh, you said call you Claire. Okay. I'm sorry. And no, that was the other one said that. I'm so sorry. That was white love said that one. I'm sorry. But Isabella, blessings to you. And what else did Isabella says? Sorry, I'm like, oh no, that's okay. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for supporting. Everybody, make sure you hit the like on your way out. And like I said again, date smart, not thirsty, and be careful. And I will do some more commentary on this one again. And thank you for being here. Let's just end off with a moment. You know what? We're going to have a moment of silence for her. Yep, we're going to have a moment of silence for her. All right, everybody. Let's have a moment of silence for her and prayers for her children.